Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm your host Izlain, and we're back with another crazy pod of unique commanders that do things a bit differently than the more contemporary top-end stuff. Nevertheless, these decks are fiercely competitive and provide a fun way of playing competitively without having to conform to only playing what's quote-unquote best. Stay tuned. Did you know that 70% of views on this channel come from those of you who aren't subscribed? If you enjoy my content, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to help us grow, and best of all, it's free. If you're feeling extra generous, you can head over to patreon.com/thepossibilitystorm to pledge. For as little as $1, you can help me crank out even more content for you, while higher tiers come with added benefits. Enjoy the show. Rev is up first this time, and he brought us his unset but still legal commander, Magar of the Magic Strings. This Rakdos list packs in many of the expected cards, combos, and win cons you'd expect from the colors, but leans on its commander's unique ability that allows him to create token copies of spells. When those token bodies hit for combat damage, the spell gets cast for free. This can result in some crazy plays, and we'll generally look to avoid letting these live long enough to become a problem. I'm next, and I busted out Millicent, a deck I've played for a number of years, I really love, but is simply a bit slow for turbopods. This is a rule of law deck at heart, also piling on some hate bears for good measure. This is also an infinite turns combo list, but can still function under rule of law effects. The combo only requires one spell cast each turn. Our commander provides us with more and more bodies on each combat, so this will eventually lead to the victory. Easier 2-card combos like Heliod and Ballista, and even Kitten loops help to round things up. Going third is Kirk, and he's playing the newer version of Vannifar. Unlike the original version that was somewhat of a birthing pod on a body, this card allows for a few build paths, as on each combat you can cloak cards from your hand or put 1/1 counters on all of your colorless creatures. This means cloaking a bunch and then buffing the face down colorless creatures or packing more artifact creatures in the list. Kirk is focusing more on the cloaking aspect, putting big creatures onto the field face down and then blinking them to get the larger creature into play for free essentially. From there, it's time for Beat Street. Last but not least is Joey piloting his Lord Windgrace list. This one has graced the channel before as well, and is one of the more unique ad nauseam builds I've seen in my time playing the game. Running a ton of lands and having a ridiculously low mana value for the entire deck means a well-timed ad nos can result in drawing nearly the whole deck. From there, Mana Bond in conjunction with Alucut and a large amount of mountains will bolt the table down during end step. It's pretty wild when it works. So there you have it. Let's see who takes the crown this time. Free games? Anybody?
Okay, I got nothing, so I'll draw. Play a mountain, and I'll cast the Ragavan. And I'm done.
Command of the Towers. Mox. I'm gonna exile a dual color. There, yeah, I'm just gonna pass.
Draw, lose a life, and fetch. Am I good to do so?
Yep.
Drop that trap. Drop in the trap. Shuffle, and then let's drop out a little delighted halfling. That's good. Pass it up.
I'll draw. I'll play Misty Rainforest. I'll throw out a Lotus Petal. Crack the Misty for a Bayou. And I'll play a Burgeoning. I'm passing it up.
Draw. Yeah, combat. Swing one over, or swing this over at Izlain. Hermit? Okay, I don't want Hermit. Mountain. You want to drop by land, Joey? Go for it.
Yeah, I do have a land.
Yep.
I have some Badlands, I think it is.
That's
my
cool.
best land that I should put down. Yep.
We'll tap 2 and crack the treasure and cast Magar.
Alright, I'm gonna turn and draw. Play an Ancient Tomb.
Oh, I've got a mountain for your Ancient Tomb.
White Orchid Phantom. It's a 2/2 flying first strike. When it ETBs, I can destroy up to one target non-basic land, and then the controller gets a basic land on the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I guess I'll hit the Bayou. That's all I got though. I'm passing.
Untap, upkeep, and draw.
I have a mountain for your Scalding Tarn.
And then I'm gonna sack it and lose a life and go searching. Breeding Pool, and I guess it's fine. Guess tap, because I don't have anything to do with the mana this turn. That's it. End step. Pass it up.
Tap and draw. I guess I'm just gonna tap for 5, sack in the Lotus Petal, and cast Windgrace.
Yeah.
If he's good, he comes in with 5 loyalty. I'll +2 him to discard a mountain and draw 2. Play Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. And then ship in the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play another mountain. You got another drop there, Joey?
I do. I have a mountain.
Ragavan and Magar over... Ragavan over at Joey, Magar over at Windgrace.
No responses, no blocks. So,
Yep.
exile
Take the
top.
treasure.
You get a Soul Ring.
Yep. And then I'll hold priority, or I'll have the priority before the end of combat phase. After the exile, I'll crack this for black. Cast a Dark Ritual. After the Dark Ritual, I'll use 3 red and 2 black I'm going to cast a Savage Beating.
Well, that one
I'm
recently.
choosing to untap all creatures and have an additional combat phase. And then I'll go back to combat and swing Magar back over at Windgrace and Ragavan over at Kirk.
Top card is. Ooh,
Wow.
it's the One
The
Ring.
One Ring.
Gross.
Can't use it. I will go post combat now. Pay red, cast the Soaring. I will pass the turn.
Tap and draw. Play a gemstone.
Oh,
Magic
I'll play
has
a
lot of
mountain.
rules.
Put a mountain in.
Blue and white. Play Dorothea. Combat 2 at Windgrace.
Windgrace down.
I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Play Manamo. Super sad the
Oh,
One
no,
Ring
no.
is exiled.
But no.
No land for me, huh? Rude. Everybody else got a land. I will play Vannifar.
Blue was
Evolved
low
Enigma.
too soon.
Then let's move to combat and trigger Vannifar.
More
Get a
shit.
cloak, a card
Or
from my
1/1
hand.
on colorless creatures. Interesting.
There's a mysterious creature.
All right. Untap and draw.
Nice.
7/7. I'm just gonna recast Windgrace. I'll +2 him again, just to discard a card and draw 2. So go to 7 loyalty. So I'll discard this mountain and draw 2. I'm passing the turn.
And draw. Hey, swamp. Go to combat. Magar is going over at Windgrace. Ragavan's at Joey's face. So it doesn't have any other targets.
I'll take 2 at the top
Make
and
a
then
treasure.
just a 4. So it's
Oh,
one
fuck.
substitute.
I think Joey runs like 70 plus lands in that deck, something like that.
You just have lands in
No,
your graveyard there,
it's
Joey?
55 lands. I have a Lotus Petal and lands.
Oh, okay. I'm passing turn.
Okay, let's have a draw. Play a Cephalid Coliseum. The combat. Swing 2 in the air at Rev.
Big 2.
Pass a turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Go to combat.
Here, before you declare attacks, Kirk, I just
Okay.
want to show you, I have a Slaughter Pact in my hand,
Okay.
and I can use that to help with Rev, but like, if you attack full on Windgrace, I will be forced to use it to protect Windgrace. And then we'll have
Okay.
one less thing for...
Totally fair. Sorry, beginning of combat trigger at Vannifar. I guess I'll move this to the battlefield flipped. Then I'll smack Windgrace for 2, sorry. And then
I already marked the damage.
mysterious creature. I'll cast a monster manual. End step, pass.
I'll plus Windgrace, pitch a mountain to draw 2.
Oh.
Play a mountain
It's not
as
nothing.
land return, and play this Squandered Resources. I'm gonna dash in this Ragavan. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Punchies, and I'm gonna go 2 at Rev.
Okay, in response, I will activate Magar,
3/3s.
loading 1, and I will make a 3/3 Dark Ritual.
Getting my
Do that
treasure out and
again
everything.
and make a 3/3 Savage Beating. I'll block with the Dark Ritual.
My Ragavan dies.
Yeah, if you get rid of Savage Beating now, then he has no chance to use it.
I think I should just do it now, yeah. So I'll show you the Slaughter Pact
Yep.
on the Savage
Good,
Beating.
that's I want to tap. I want to tap 3 and cast a Jessica's Will. Target, Kirk.
For
Making
red.
4 red. Then I'll exile a Persist, a Swamp, and an Imperial Recruiter. I'll use 1, 2, 3 to cast an Imperial Recruiter. I'll play Swamp first, then cast the Imperial Recruiter. I will find myself a Professional Facebreaker. I'll lose another red, and then tap 2 more and cast a Professional Facebreaker. We will go to combat. Swing out at Joey. I will swing the Dark Ritual at you, then Izlain. 5 damage to Joey's face.
Yeah, I'll block. Your shit dies.
Okay, Dark
That's an
Ritual is
exile.
exiled.
You get a Dark Ritual from me.
I'm going to sacrifice a treasure to the exile top card, which is an Ancient Tomb, so that's staying in exile. I'll pass turn.
I'll untap. I'll draw. Play the backside of this Witch Enchanter, which is Witch Blessed Meadow. I'll pay 3 life. Cast Arcane Signet. Disturb Dorothea to enchant my Warden Orchid Phantom. So whenever it attacks, I make a 4/4 spirit creature token with flying. That's tapped and attacking. That gets sacked at end of turn. I'd like to move to combat. 2 at Windgrace. I'll make my 4/4 the tapped and attacking, and that will go at Rev. End of turn. This will sack.
Guess I will go to combat. As Lane, I'll just come at you for 2.
I have no blocks. Are you flipping them?
Nope.
Okay, I take 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have done the beginning of combat trigger, put the counters on them, because I literally
I'll take
want to
3.
do that. So it's 3, my mistake. I got to remember what my fucking commander does. There we go. So now it's 3. Now they're both 3/3s.
I took 3.
Cool. Instep and pass.
I'll just leave these tapped for Slaughter Pact. And I'll untap everything else. Go to my draw step. I'm gonna plus to discard this Ignoble Hierarch and draw 1. Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, I'm gonna crack that, and I'm just gonna go get a. Oh yeah, because I have Yavimaya, so I can get the Raucous Theater. I have that. I'll get that.
Solves all the problems.
Surveil, and then yeah, I'm gonna pass after I surveil.
All right. At the end of your turn, then I'm going to crack treasure and tap 2, and I'm going to animate a Jessica's Will. And tap a key draw. Combat.
I'm gonna soul partition the Jessica's Will.
Still going to combat.
Yeah.
Ragavan over at Izlain, an Imperial Recruiter over at Joey, Magar, and Professional Facebreaker at Izlain. So Izlain, you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming at you. Joey, you got 1. I'll make 2 treasures.
3 of that is
3 treasures.
Commander.
And exile top card, please.
Oh, Lorien revealed. Jesus.
5. I'll cast Lorien Revealed and draw 3.
I think you have to spend mana of. I think you'd have to use treasures to do it.
Is
You
it?
have to use treasures. Yeah, you need at least use 2 blue.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll use those 2 blue and I'll actually tap like this. There we go.
There you go.
Not black. That. There we go. I'm going to play an Urza
Yes.
Saga as my land for turn. Cast a Felwar Stone. Tap 1, cast a Rite of Flame. I'll make 2 and then tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast a Valgavoth.
What's its
heart.
nuts?
It's Rakdos Crom.
Yeah, that one.
That's what I call
I'm just going to pass.
it. Tap and draw. Alright, I'll lose 2 life.
All right. I will put a counter on Valgavoth and draw a card.
Go set on sack. Combat. Kirk tick 2. Trigger, make my thingy. I'll just hit Joey.
Taking 2.
So I make a 1/1 on the exchange. This will sack at end of combat. And that's where we're at.
End of turn, I'd like to activate the monster manual. O'Hare Castlem Deepest Growth.
Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you reveal that many cards from top of their library. You may put a creature and/or land card from among them onto the battlefield, but the rest onto the bottom in a random order.
Untap. Upkeep. Go to draw. Combat. Make another new mysterious creature. And then swing with Homeboy and just guess that one. Why not? Both of those are going at you, Joey. 8 coming at you.
Is it a 9?
That looks like a
9, you're right. Sorry, 1/1 counter. And then this Homeboy did 6 damage. Here we go. Top 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I saw an Eldrazi
5.
already.
6. Well, I guess that's the one I'm getting because I don't have any land
It that betrays. Whew.
on the battlefield. Cool. The rest of these
no.
move to end step and pass.
I'm gonna pitch this Culling the Week to draw 1. Tap for 4. Cast Green Sun Zenith where X is 3. Full disclosure, if you want me to tell you what I'm getting the Dryad of
the Elysian Grove.
Now, it's also a 2/4. I'm passing turn there after this guy's out.
Untap. Draw. Urza Saga ticks up. I'll tap Urza Saga and a Falwar Stone to cast a Cathartic Reunion. As additional cost, I'm going to be discarding an Overmaster and a Necromancy. I'll draw 3. Play Mountain as my land for turn. I'm dumb. I'll cast an Entomb.
I don't love this idea. I'm giving you 2 new treasures for your Professional Facebreaker, which
Done.
is
Done. Go to combat and swing a Professional Facebreaker at Joey and a Valgavoth over at Izlain. I'll make 2 treasures. I'm going to sacrifice a treasure, exile top card with Professional Facebreaker. Oh, it's a mountain. I'll do it again. Pay a red and I'll REB the Vannifar. Crack another treasure. Exile a Vampiric Tutor. Cast a Vampiric Tutor. Pass the turn.
Don't forget to lose your 2.
I'm done.
Tap and draw.
On the
I'm gonna
Facebook.
cast Arcane Answer.
Oh, you're losing 2 to give Rev a draw.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like I'm running like
Soul.
Insurrection.
Alright, move to combat. 5 at Rev in the air. I'm gonna swing this 2 at. I'm gonna swing this and the token at Kirk. I will make 2 additional spirits that are not tapped. This goes way end of combat. I will pass her.
End step I'd like to activate the monster manual. Any response?
Yeah, I mean, in response to your casting your thing, I'm gonna soul partition.
Okay, so you're targeting the imp that betrays, is that correct?
Yeah.
I am going to flash in a Phyrexian Metamorph, and it will be
Only one blocker, so.
Let's go to combat. Let's send Joey coming your way with the big idiot. I'm going to start racing his lane, so I'm going to send the Valgavoth at his lane.
Vagabond doesn't have trample, so I'll just block.
6 with this idiot trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I'm putting Eternal Witness into play. And Waterlogged Grove. Key Witness enters the battlefield. I will return an offer you can't refuse to my hand. Activate Waterlogged Grove, sack it to draw a card. Pass the turn.
See what we rip off the top again. I'll tap for 2 for a Demonic Tutor. Tap for 4 like this, and then sack 1 to squandered resources to cast Adnos. 1
just
Mountain, Mana Vault, Subterranean Tremors.
Well,
what the hell is Subterranean Tremors?
It's a board wipe.
It's a board wipe. It's like an earthquake.
Valkut.
Well, that's something you need.
I think I have to keep going still, regardless to get enough lands.
Rip off another 2-drop, Joey.
That's wild growth now. I have to stop. Maybe I try to just flip another land. Just hope. There's a land. Okay, I'll stop there. We'll see.
Oh, you lost life this turn, right? I get a Valgoth trigger.
You lost life
yeah,
this turn?
I just lost life.
I get a trigger as well.
Okay, well, first land for turn will just be the Valakut.
So
Pay 1 for a Mana Vault. I'll tap the Mana Vault, float 2 colorless, sack a mountain, cast Wishclaw, crack the Wishclaw, and I'll hand
I
it
will
to...
respond.
Well,
I'm going to crack a treasure, just exile top card of my library. That's not sorcery speed, right?
I'm going to give it to... Alright, I'll give you the Wishclaw then, whatever.
I don't even need the Wishclaw. I'm just not attacking you.
Go get a card. Play this Vesuva. Comes in as Valakut, and it's going to do 6 damage. So I'll go 6 at Kirk, and then I'm going to -3 Windgrace, Bayou, and I guess a mountain. 12 damage, and I'll send that at Kirk.
Making the Bayou a mountain.
The Mana Bond.
I'll respond to Mana Bond. How many cards have you cast this turn? What's Storm count? Offer you can't refuse.
Red Blast that.
And Force of Will, pitching Flusterstorm, losing a life.
Nothing else to protect it, so that happens.
15 damage.
3, and then I have to sack 5 lands, so I'll sack 5 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another mountain. It does X damage to each creature without flying, and then destroys all artifacts, actually, so this is gone as well.
I will.
How much again?
X is 8.
I'm going to respond by cracking a treasure to exile top card. Be a mountain. And then I'll do it again. Exile a DRC. That's going to stay in exile. Okay.
my Arcanamancer dies.
An 8/8 lizard.
Okay. Untap. I will draw. And then I have an Urza Saga trigger. I will tap it. Float a colorless. Go find something. Get a Mox Diamond onto the battlefield. And when it ETBs, I'm going to pitch this mountain. No, I said I would not attack you, Joey, and I'm not going to. But I am going to cast a Rakdos Charm. For each creature, deal 1 damage to his controller.
Yeah, I was going to die to Izlain anyway, so I'm okay with that.
Take 4.
3, I'm going to cast a Wheel of Fortune.
Exile a Singing Spirit Guide for green mana in response.
Pitching a Crow Mox to the bin.
Ristic and Aven Interrupter.
Oh, you stay
Noxious
there.
Revival and a Soul and Safekeeper.
I'm going to play a Mobile. Play Gemstones. I'm going to Abrade your Spirit, one that's up. I'll move to combat and swing Valgavoth over at your face, Izlain. And I'm going to Fatal Push. Your White Orchard Phantom is being Fatal Pushed.
I'll lose one that's walking. Untap, draw. I'll play a Minas Tirith. Pay a white. Play Esper Sentinel.
I'll respond. I'm going to dismember your commander.
Move to combat. I'll swing those and make the thing a 2/2 for First Strike, a 4/4, and a 1/1 your way. Rev.
I'll block the 4/4. I'll take 3.
That's what we got. We pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Play a Forest. End step and pass.
Untap. Draw. Cast an Enduring Courage. Cast a Dothi Voidwalker. Or move to combat.
I have a
Combat.
response to you going to combat.
Yep, go for it.
I'm going to bounce the Valgavoth back to your hand. I paid the 2 life to the ward.
Dothy is going at Izlain for 5. Unblock.
Dead as hell.
Pass turn.
Draw. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, drop. Swamp of Valgavoth with haste. Grim Hireling. Swing
Yep.
out.
Dead.
Okay, cool.
Dead as hell.
GG's.